Hey guys, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to my channel, or should I say your girl Bad Girl Angie? Because that's starting to become my real nickname. And it's okay. So, first of all, let me tell you guys a little quick story about my hair. So, I've had my extensions for 2 months, and they grew out because they stick to your hair. Like, let's say you put it like right here, 2 months later it's gonna be like down here because your hair grows. So it grew out, and I was like kind of like seeing the tracks out here already when I would do my hair like this. Like, oh shit, a big old track. So I would take it out. I mean, I took them out to kind of, I was gonna have like no extensions for like a month or something. But I felt so weird without my hair being like long like this, like all the time. Like before, I was okay with having my hair short and just throwing an extension sometimes. And no, and now I'm like, what the fuck, I hate it. So I put him back in myself. Last time I had my friend Danny do it, and he went to school to do hair, and I couldn't deal with it. I was bored at work, and I bought the tape and I put them in myself, and they're looking pretty good. I mean, I don't know, whatever. That's the syrup on my hair. Another thing is that me and Danny and a few friends are doing like a short film, because Danny has he's taking a filmography, whatever, a film course at the college, and we're filming like not a movie, but like a short little film based on me. So I might see if he lets me upload it on YouTube, so on my channel. So we'll see. But now I'm gonna start my video. This video is going to be about the kind of guys who either date, hook up, whatever, with trans girls. So there's so many categories. I just kind of thought of like 5 main ones because I didn't want to make a video that was going to be like an hour long. But there are a lot more than this. There's so many different kind of guys out there. But the guys that I've kind of come across or just kind of know more about are the ones that I'm going to talk about. Kind of, I've experienced a little bit of all of these, or I've known somebody who has. Somebody's playing music outside. And anyway, I haven't made a video in a long time because I used to just record everything on my iPad and edit on my iPad, or record somewhere, transfer to my computer, and edit on my iPad. But I don't know if you guys have seen any of my videos, but I can show you because it's right there. I broke my iPad. I was at my mom's house. See? I was at my mom's house and I left it on top of my car. And like, it didn't fall off for like a whole mile, but I didn't notice it until I was already almost home. I was like, oh, my iPad, where's my iPad? And I drove back to my parents' house, and it was like I wasn't even at their house. I drove back because I wasn't at their house, and I drove slow all the way till I got to like, it was almost 2 miles away from my parents' house, and it was right there cracked, and it was still working, but the screen started cracking a little more, so I gave up. So that's why I haven't been making that many videos. But enough about that. I brought my good camera out and my tripod, and I set it up. And I'm going to edit it on my laptop and upload from my laptop like old days. And I didn't want to make a video for you guys because it's been a while, and I've been wanting to make this one. So, pardon me, it's morning and I've got allergies and blah blah blah. Okay. The first category that I'm going to start with is the guys who are okay with trans girls, or like open-minded, they see you as a woman, like they understand the whole thing, you know, and they're okay with it. To them, you're just another girl, like another woman. This is kind of like the guy that we all want. I mean, I know that I want a guy who just sees me as Angie, not the person that I grew up as, but just sees me as a woman that I am. And is okay with it, and is gonna love me forever and give me some babies from the adoption agency or something. I've encountered a few of these guys. I've dated a few guys like this. These guys just, to them, you're a woman. That's it. And it's just like any like a guy dating a cisgender woman, like going to movies and dates and fighting and whatever, you know, just nothing awkward, nothing different about it. And I think that's kind of like the guy that everybody wants, you know, just a guy who sees you, loves you for who you are. There's not much to say about that guy. There's not a lot of them. A lot of guys are really scared to... A lot of these guys are still like... There's a lot of guys that are just like, fuck it. But a lot of them are older guys because by the later in age, you're kind of like, who cares? But as opposed to when you're younger, which I have dated one that was younger, like 20-some. And this is like a few years ago. And, not a lot of young guys are like, oh, you know, like, okay, you know, like, it's not, I don't think it's socially acceptable yet to date a trans woman, which sucks for all of us trans women, but some of these guys are like, fuck it, we don't care. Like, I mean, I'll say the younger the better, but I don't mean it like, I want to date an 18-year-old. I mean, like, the younger guys start to realize this, or the better, or the more it starts to be socially acceptable, the better it's going to be for us girls to find ourselves a husband. I don't want to fucking find a husband when I'm 45. I'm 30. I'm about to be 31, so I don't know about all that. Now, this one is the one that all the girls and even the drag queens, they call the tranny chaser. This guy is into, like, I hate saying all the, like, derogatory terminology, but, like, and I just heard this the other day on, I was watching TED too, and he was searching porn, and he was searching chicks with dicks. So there's the tranny chasers are the kind of guys who are, like, and there's some that are like women, like cisgender women, but also like really feminine boys, or like girls, or like, you know, drag queens, and then also, you know, goes to transgender girls. But these guys usually are into like the male part, the penis. They like the penis. So I don't know their mentality, obviously, but these guys just have like a fetish with transgender women or drag queens, sometimes even really feminine boys. And I've talked to a few of them. I know some that, I'll just say I know one particularly that I've actually talked to that I have not, like, done anything. I've never dated or hooked up with him. He was a friend before I knew he was a tranny chaser, and I just kind of was like, hey, you know, by the way, let me ask you some questions. And he's like, okay. He goes, well, you know, like, I like the fact, this is what he told me in his experiences, like, I like the fact that, like, trans girls or drag queens, like, always look their best. Like, they're pretty, they have long hair, they're feminine, they're always on point. And I think that's true, that obviously a lot of us trans women try to go the extra mile to look more feminine, like myself. Like, you know, I was just telling you guys about my weave, my hair, adding my hair, or just like making sure I contour, you know, just little things like that. And on those tranny chaser guys, there's like guys that are like secretly doing it, like, you know, they're like married and they're just like kind of trying to get some D on the side. And there's some that are not so secretive about it. They'll go to the gay clubs and like go on dating sites and try to find them and just kind of keep it low pro. And even back to that low pro thing, there are also guys who are like with the first category, who see the girls as like, see trans girls as women, but at the same time they're not ready to go public. So those guys are still like in secret relationships. They won't date anybody else. They're like, and have not experienced this. They're committed to you, but they won't bring you around their family and stuff like that. This one's a little more not just about like trans women, but this is about kind of like with everybody. The bisexual guy. There are a lot of guys who are bisexual, like men who like women, and then also they're good with trans women. And I've never dated one, but I have like kind of like not, I would know how to explain this in my high school terminology, but you know, you're talking to somebody but you haven't actually started dating. I've talked to a guy or two that are bisexual. There's another one also that it's like a, and this goes for a lot of like men who are single, but a lot of them happen to be married. It's the guys that are like, and these are usually like a little bit older guys who got married back in the day when being gay was not socially acceptable. And I don't think it's super socially acceptable now, but it's a way more than being transgender. But this is a guy that's like secretly gay, and he's like probably in denial. So to him, And this is also like another thing that kind of like, it's such a mix of like sexuality, but to him, the secret gay guy who's in denial, he likes penis. He likes men, but the only way for his brain to not accept that he's gay is to get with a trans woman or maybe a drag queen who has the penis. But to him, oh no, that's just the penis, and he's like, in his brain, he's telling himself it's a woman, but he really deep down inside wants a guy. So I mean, all these are kind of like hand in hand with each other, but they're different. Like this guy, at the end of the day, is like more into men than transgenders. So does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I don't want to confuse you guys. And thinking, and just explaining that one makes me not want you to think that I'm saying that trans women are men, but in the fact that they are accepting that trans girls are women, the closest that they're gonna get to hooking up with a guy is being with a trans girl. Does that make a little bit more sense? And usually these guys usually get with drag queens a little more than they do with transgender women. Hope I didn't confuse you with that one. That was a little confusing. And then there's also the guy that just like really doesn't care about anything. He's just horny and he wants to get down and dirty. You have a penis, you have a vagina, you have a fucking Ken doll down there, or a Barbie slit. He don't care. Like, you're just I want to put it like as a human like masturbation piece or something. It's like just a way for him to like connect to somebody, and it's just like a human. And that's just the guy who will do whatever. Like, he doesn't care if you're a boy or girl, or cat or a dog or whatever. This is the kind of guy just like, I don't know. I don't think there's a title for them. I mean, if there is, somebody tell me what it is. But I've experienced a little bit of all those guys. But obviously the one that I want is going to be the guy who will pick me up. And I've dated 2 or 3 guys who have taken me out on dates, taken me out for drinks, movies. And there's also those guys too. A lot of these guys, like the tranny chasers, the secretly gays, and the don't care about anything kind of guys. I've been hit on a lot by those guys when they're out drinking, because they're, you know, you're less aware of what you're doing when you're drunk or when you're drinking. So I have experienced those guys before, where they're like, you know, they'll talk to you and then you're like, oh, you know, I'm transgender. Because I do tell everybody that. Like, I'm very open about it. Obviously, I have a YouTube channel about it. So anytime a guy like hits on me or something, or Facebook messages me, because I do get those Facebook messages too. And I don't know, I mean, I don't think I'm like super passable. Maybe in some pictures, or maybe depending on how I do my makeup. But I don't think I'm like the most passable girl. I think I still need some like work done. But maybe some guys are just blind to it, or they don't want to see it, or they don't give a fuck. But I always tell the guys, by the way, you know, I'm transgender. Like, the other day actually, there's a bar by my house, and I was walking there, and I always walk there. It's late. I walk there with my pepper spray. It's only 2 blocks away, but you never know. So I'm walking there, and this guy like passes by me like on his bike. I guess he was on his way home from work or something. And he's like following me to the bar. And when I get to the bar, they closed early, and I was like, fuck. But the whole time he's talking to me like on his bike while I'm walking. I'm like, fuck man, leave me alone. But as I'm walking back, he's still following me. He goes, oh yeah, so you live around here? I'm like, yeah. He goes, oh, do you live by yourself? And I'm like, yeah. And then I'm just like, what the hell? Who's that? And he kept following me, and I was like, I'm transgender. And he's like, no. And he didn't believe me, and I was like, I am. Like, I'm gonna put my pants down. No, I didn't say that, but it was kind of like he didn't see it. I mean, he didn't know, but it was dark. Maybe that's why. But I look really like, I was wearing like a cute tank top and a push-up bra, and like some cute shorts and like some little like flats. I wore flats. But I hope this video like made sense and you guys enjoyed it. And let me know what else you guys want to see me do or talk about in these videos, and I will do it. Love you guys, and check out my other videos in my channel. And follow me on Instagram at badgirlangie and Twitter badgirlangie05. Love you guys.